Let me preface this review by saying I am extremely biased when it comes to superhero movies, superhero TV shows, period. I am very biased when it comes to superhero movies. So, with that being said, this review is about the new show on Netflix called Supacell. It came out on June 27th, so not too many days ago. I probably finished it in one day. I think I actually finished the entire show in one day. I was actually hesitant to watch it. I mean, I knew I was gonna watch it. I just didn't know when. At first, it wasn't at the top of my priority list, and then I was bored one day, and I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and give it a shot. I'm glad that I did. So basically, what it's about is 5 South Londoners with superpowers. They don't have anything in common other than the fact that they all live in South London, and periodically they cross each other's paths, but they don't speak, they don't know anything about each other until, and this is not a spoiler because this is information that you can get from the trailer. The main character, his name is Michael. He has a situation, a life or death situation almost, that causes his powers to activate, and he goes to the future. Again, I know this sounds like spoilers, but you can literally get this from the trailer. He goes to the future. Himself in the future tells him that his fiance is going to die unless he can gather 4 more individuals in the South London area, who specific individuals, not just general people, specific individuals in the South London area who will help him to save her life. So essentially the entire show, and it's only 6 episodes, unfortunately. I know generally it's 8, but this time it's 6. The entire show is about the main character, Michael, trying to figure out who these other 4 people are and basically get them to join his quest for saving his fiance's life. Again, they don't have anything in common, so they have no idea who each other is. And of course, when each of their powers begin to manifest, they think they're the only ones who have powers. And so it comes as a shock as they start to meet each other throughout the series and find out that there are others like them. I love it. I love it so much. By the end of episode 5, I had forgotten that I was even watching a show. It felt like a long movie because I binged it all in like one stretch. I had forgotten what I was even doing. I was so drawn into the story. When that next episode coming in 543, you know how Netflix does. When that came up at the end of episode 5, I cheered because I was hoping that it wouldn't be over. I cheered literally out loud. That show is amazing. Season 2 has not been greenlit yet. I'm really hoping it gets a season 2 because season 1, the entirety of season 1 is pretty much about this guy just trying to find those other 5 people. Of course, there's an antagonist, right? The antagonists are the people who are supposedly supposed to take his fiance's life. We don't learn much of anything about them. They seem to be able to see everything that happens in the city via CCTV cameras from light poles and traffic lights. We don't get any real detail about that group of people. They just show up at random points in the series and they try to take some of the people here and there who have powers, but we don't learn too much of anything about them. The show itself, it's gritty, but it's realistic. It shows, if you know anything about South London, it shows pretty much what life would be like for those individuals. It shows what it would be like if you're somebody living a regular life, minding your business, just going about your day, and then you have some sort of emotional situation, and then boom, you got powers, right? Everybody's not always gonna use their powers for good. It makes you think about, well, very loosely actually, makes you think about the show The Boys on Amazon Prime. Only in the sense that, like I said, everyone with powers will not always choose to use them correctly. And correctly is actually subjective, because who are you to tell one person or the next person how to use their powers? Of course, as long as they're not robbing banks and doing, stuff that we know is illegal, right? You want to say that everyone who has superpowers has an obligation to help people, but really, do they? If I might be able to fly, I don't necessarily want to fly into a burning building and fly somebody out. Maybe I just want to fly to get away from everything in life, As far as the technical aspects, this is a beautiful show. This is a very well shot show. It's created by, I'm not very big on UK culture, rap culture, not too much of anything, but I want to say the creator, I know his name is Rapman, but I think he might have been a music producer and then he started doing film. I don't know if he gave up producing music or what, but I do know it's created by Rapman. Like I said, season 2 has not been greenlit yet. I would actually say that this show is like a cross between Top Boy and X-Men. If you've seen Top Boy, it's very Top Boy-ish. I don't know a better way to describe that. It feels really Top Boy-like in a lot of ways. And then as far as like X-Men, a lot of the X-Men, their powers manifest when they had some type of serious emotional situation. Or imagine walking across the street and you're about to get hit by a car. And right in that moment when you see it happening, you do this. And then you realize you didn't get hit and you look up and you froze time. That kind of thing, you know what I mean? That's pretty much how the powers manifest. Of course, not that exact scenario, but each of the 5 people, they dealt with one thing or another that caused their powers to kind of randomly come out. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to give this show a number grade. The reason that I'm not is because so many people are going to call me ridiculous. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to tell you that I enjoy this series. I feel like, so the superhero thing, a lot of people feel like enough already. A lot of people, either you love it or you hate it. It's kind of the same with zombie movies and zombie TV shows. A lot of people are like, okay, stop. Like, I'm tired. Between DC and between Marvel and them constantly having movies, and then other people putting their own spin and twist on what superheroes should be, would be, whatever. I can understand that. But I'm, like I said in the beginning, I'm so biased because I love superheroes. So I will not give this a rating. I will let you watch and rate for yourself. I will just say that I deeply enjoyed it. The story was good. It was believable. Each one of the actors did a great job. The story, the structure, cinematography, the sound design, I don't have any complaints other than the fact that, yes, I do. One complaint. The fact that we spent 6 episodes with no antagonist backstory. And this is why I kind of feel like they owe us. They owe the people who enjoyed this show. They owe us a season 2 because we need to know who these people are. Why are they doing what they're doing? And what is, we do learn, not in too much detail, but we do learn about where the powers came from. I can't say much there because I don't want to give any spoilers, but we do learn where the powers came from. But why the bad guys are doing their bad guy thing, they don't give us even as much as like a tiny bit, not even a statement, not an inkling, not anything as to the why of why the bad guys are who they are and why they're doing what they're doing. So again, give it a shot. It's worth it. So those are my feelings on the new show Supacell on Netflix. Like I said, it came out June 27th. It is available to watch now. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe, and come back for the next one. See you soon.